Herd immunity is actually when a large portion of the community is already considered as immune. When we say immune, our body created already protection to fight the infection.
In order to get herd immunity, we have to reach roughly 70% or 70 million Filipinos.
And so our assumption is that herd immunity as a base case will only be attained by end of 2022.
Why do we need to be vaccinated? And of course, why does the world need to be vaccinated? To help end this pandemic, what is our role? What is my role? What is your role?
So we need to have herd immunity to prevent the transmission of infection from one person to the another, because for those people who are vulnerable and cannot be infected, no, for these are examples are the elderly patients or younger population wherein they cannot get the vaccine, then by getting the herd immunity, you also protect them. That's why it's very important.
So how do we achieve it? And what are the challenges in achieving it in the setting of the Philippines?
Okay, there are two ways to get or be immune in a portion of the community. Number one is to get the natural infection or the disease. And number two is through vaccination.
From a global point of view, there are several vaccines that have been approved. Pfizer vaccine, the Moderna vaccine, the Johnson & Johnson, Janssen pharmaceutical vaccine. We have Sinovac, we have the Russian vaccine, which is Sputnik, and then we have the English Oxford University AstraZeneca vaccine.
Can we discriminate? What are the pros and cons of each? And I'm asking this because in the Philippines, there's a lot of concern about the effectivity rate of Sinovac.
All of these vaccines are effective in preventing severe disease or death.
What about the side effects?
So, kung in-injection kayo dito sa kaliwa ninyo, medyo mamamagayan. The other thing that can happen is you might get a fever.
As a doctor, we are happy that you're going to experience some adverse reaction, because it's like waking up your immune system. So it's indirectly saying, the vaccine is working.
How much has the pandemic affected economies, local and global?
COVID-19 is not only a health crisis, no? It morphed into an economic crisis. And the most popular way to measure that is the gross domestic product, or GDP. So this is a measure of an economy's output. And for the Philippines, before the pandemic, we were growing at around 6% per year. And last year, the Philippines contracted by 9.5%. Take note, that's the worst economic performance of the Philippines.
A big driver of the Philippine economy, as we know, are the money remittances that come globally from other areas of the world being sent by overseas foreign workers. In this department, has it been affected because of COVID?
Yes, but it depends on the country. Remittances from the US increased by 5.5%. In Asia as a whole, it increased by 3%. The weakness came from the Middle East and Europe, particularly the United Kingdom.
Do we sacrifice the economy for the sake of the health of the people?
Point is, we have to balance these things, and so in our small way, let us not be too fearful, but we have to be very careful.
Is it the best time right now to make investments?
Don't try to time the market. Instead, have a regular, disciplined investment plan. And most importantly, always consult a financial advisor.
What are things in the economy that can drive faster growth, faster recovery for Philippine economy?
The best way to achieve that is through herd immunity.
And until such time that we have herd immunity, we should continue to practice safe distancing and the wearing of masks.
Believe on science and don't hesitate to get vaccinated once it's available.
Everyone can be an agent of change. Everyone can be a source of hope. These are very difficult times. But the first step to getting out of this is putting an end to the pandemic. And putting an end to the pandemic is not just one person, one country, or one organization's job. Each one of us has our part, and we have to do that part.